Common irregulars are the words we use regularly that defy the usual patterns of spelling or pronunciation. Words like said, through or rough break the rules of phonics and can confuse the dyslexic learner.
We're teaching all our children phonics, which is part of the answer to learning to read and write, but it's insufficient with English because it isn't a regular language and because so many of those basic common words like said, I mean, how did that come to be S-A-I-D? It doesn't have a rhyme with any other word at all, and yet it's one of the most used words.
For this session, useful resources might include magnetic alphabet letters, a chart of the 44 English language sounds, pictures to illustrate hearing, seeing, speaking, writing and thinking, cue cards showing the words to be learned, coloured pens and laminated sheets, and a spelling mat.
You asked for help in spelling one of our tricky, what we call irregular words, wood, and it's obviously it starts with a W there, so that's not a problem. Problem number one with this word.
In this session, William is learning the difference between the words would and wood. Katie has created cards to highlight the different spellings in a visual and memorable way.
Some trees, can you see they're like tree trunks?
Yeah.
But we can identify the letters that work for regular phonics, like the W at the beginning of the word wood and the D at the end. They worked, but the middle of the word in the wood that's trees in the, trees in the forest, the double O, where did that come from? Okay, we've made it look like tree trunk, so hopefully that's going to be memorable. We talked about it, he's written it. And then we did the homophone, which sounds exactly the same, but has a completely different spelling in the middle, which, where does the O and the L come from? From a child's perspective, there is no logic to it.
That's a bit of a weird spelling.
It absolutely is. So that's definitely a pirate one, isn't it? And some of my learners are very logical, and they find the irregular spellings completely frustrating because they expect a logic and they can't see, where it's coming from. So I'm trying to show them by perhaps using the coloured vowels. That's just another way of highlighting, you've got to ignore the sound, and it's harder for you to remember what letters. But if I said to you the orange letter, what letter would you write? And then they know that that's O. And if I said the sound won't help you, but if you had to write the purple letter, what would you write? And they know that's U. So really, if they can learn those 6 colours, for the 5 vowels and Y when it's acting as a vowel, it can help, particularly with, say, the sound, where you've got ER, IR, UR, all But now I can say it's a green it's a blue it's a purple and so they'll start to be able to sort those 3 patterns and be able to get the spellings right for an Hopefully. Okay.
Once again, it's important to know how a pupil learns best. In William's case, use of different colours helps. With these tricky words, it's even more important to present the information in small chunks. Remember, the pupil is often having to unpick rules they've already learned, so don't overload the learner with too many new rules at once.
Do you want a picture?
I'll try.
Kate gets William to make a memory card for each word he's conquered. He enjoys collecting them and can refer back to them if he needs to. Kate also uses mnemonics to help William remember some difficult spellings. The O-U-L-D in would, should or could is remembered as O-U lazy dog. At the end of the session, let the student assess their own progress. Help them to feel confident they can grasp these irregular words.
But we'll get there. Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
Sort of. Get there. Well done. Okay.
So, to recap some key principles for teaching common irregulars. Reassure the learner that English can be tricky. They're not the only ones struggling with these words. Look at the parts of the word that conform to the rules, and then highlight the parts that don't. Find colourful visual ways to distinguish the irregular parts of the word. Keep the session simple. Allow the learner to assess their own progress.